Hey guys, welcome to another Lunchtime review. Today we're going to take a trip to Flavortown. This is Guy Fieri's Flavortown Sweet and Sour Pork Bowl. It's seasoned shredded pork and long grain rice in a sweet and sour sauce. Guy Fieri is on Food Network. It's 10.1 ounce or 286 grams. This was bought at Walmart. It was $5.94. They have a bunch of chef meals right now, so that's this is one of them, and it's fairly new. Let's see, it's 410 calories for the bowl. And there's your other info. And it says it's no need for takeout, juicy tender pork and sweet pieces of pineapple sit atop white rice with a perfect sweet and sour sauce. So microwave only. So we're going to lift the film edge to vent, microwave for 4 minutes, remove the bowl and let stand for 1 to 2 minutes. So that's it. You don't even have to remove, you don't have to restir it a second time. So just, we're going to vent it and microwave it for 4 minutes. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, you get quite a bit of food. It's a pretty good sized bowl. So I'm gonna just, sometimes, is there a lip on this one? I don't see a little tab or anything like that. So I'm just gonna, oh, here it is. Yeah, just gonna grab that, vent it, and get it in the microwave, and I'll be back. Okay, so here it is out of the microwave. I haven't touched it, just brought it over here. I did let it sit for a minute after it got done. So I'm just gonna stir it up. It does, ooh, steam, ooh. Steam in the lens of this camera. It does have some pork in there, so that's good. There's plenty. It looks like there's plenty of pork, plenty of sauce to stir into the rice. Yeah, I think you're going to get a little bit of everything when you get this all mixed up. That's good. So it's not like it's lacking something. I tell you, smell wise, it smells like just pulled pork. That's the smell I get, is like a pulled pork you would make for a sandwich or something like that. That is the smell. I got a little bit of the seasonings for the sweet and sour sauce, but it's mostly pork. So I'm gonna get this over the table, let it cool off for just a minute. I'll be back. Okay, so I'll let it cool off for just a minute. I've got rice and pork, of course, sauce. I've got a piece of pineapple in there for sure. I'll make sure I got a piece. So this is what I'm gonna take. It's very strong, like sweet flavor. I'm assuming that's from the pineapple. Let me get a bite that doesn't have pineapple in it. That one has pineapple. There's quite a bit of pineapple in there, like little, they're not bigger, all big hunks. There's some smaller pieces. Now that has more of that sour part of the sweet and sour. That one had more of the sour. Almost like sour like you would get with, it's not citrusy sour. I don't know what it is. I don't know what gives the sweet and sour the sour part, but anyway, it's kind of what you get if you don't get the pineapple. You can also tell the pineapple's cooked because it's kind of, not really, I mean, it's still crunchy, but it's a little softer than it normally would be. Not mushy though, so that's a good thing. Texture wise, it all goes really good together. I love that the pork is shredded pork. It's not like ground pork, because a ground pork, it's really grainy, and especially if you grind it really fine, it gets really grainy, almost like sandy kind of potted meat kind of texture, which I'd rather not have. This is actually shredded into pieces, so it's really nice. I mean, I can pick up a piece. Well, kind of. You can kind of see it. It's shredded in little pieces like that. I like that. I don't like the ground up, really fine stuff. The rice is cooked really well. It's good and tender. It's not stuck together in a big clump or anything like that. It's good. It's cooked really well. Like I said, the pineapple has just a little bit of a crunchy texture to it without being like hard and crunchy. So you can tell it's not raw. It's actually been cooked a little bit. The pork is good and tender. So everything texture-wise is really, really nice. The flavors are nice too. It's a little intense. So it really doesn't say much of anything, honestly. Sweet piece of pineapple, blah, blah, blah. And the sour. I think the sour part for me is really, really strong. I'm trying to see, it just says sweet and sour sauce. Vinegar, pineapple juice, tomato paste, salt, onion powder, green onions. I think maybe it's the vinegar. There's something in there that I like the sweet part, although it's intensely sweet, but it's also intensely sour. And it may very well be the mixture of the sweet pineapple with the vinegar making that kind of flavor. It's really strong. When I want sweet and sour sauce, I hate to say this, I like the McDonald's sweet and sour sauce. That's my kind of flavor of sweet and sour sauce. This is more like the stuff, more authentic sweet and sour sauce, I think, because I've gotten sweet and sour sauce out of like a jar in at like Walmart or Kroger or something like that, and it has a different flavor. It's for sure a different flavor than this, than the McDonald's kind is. This is a little intense for me. This one's for me, it's not one I personally would buy again. Some of you that like sweet and sour pork, that you get it in like an authentic Asian Chinese style restaurant, may really, really like it. It's just not for me. I think I want more of the, not syrupy sweet like this, but also not that really strong sour. I think I want something kind of in between, more of a commercial sweet and sour sauce. I like everything else about it though. It's just that sweet and sour sauce I don't really love. So I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5. It's good. I do love the textures. I like the flavor of the pork. I like it. It's just for me, it's just a little too far over the edge. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.